everyone. Edna Kimble, Edna Sells, Century 21 Right Real Estate, and welcome to today's episode. We appreciate you joining us. We have a very special guest. This is Miss Heather Forman. Heather is with ProMortgage. Is it just ProMortgage or is it
ProMortgage Associates Inc., but ProMortgage is fine.
Okay, ProMortgage Associates Inc. And we have her here today because she is doing some phenomenal things with our clients, and we are so excited. So
Me too.
So we are going to jump right in. So first off, we like to ask, we like to have people local. You guys know that. And Miss Heather is a Cherokee tribal member. Is it Cherokee or
Cherokee?
Okay,
Yeah.
tribal member of
Yes.
Cherokee Nation, and your tarot approved
Oh, is that with
Cherokee Nation?
Yes. So
Yes.
we saved a couple of deals for them, and they asked us to come in and speak to them, and they put us on their approved lender list. So
Oh
I'm
my
so excited about
goodness.
that.
That
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. So, so if you are someone who's been thinking about checking into your tribal options, getting a loan, so there's let's see, what are we talking about? We're talking about MAP, the Mortgage Assistance Program, where Cherokee Nation gives you a gift fund. Heather can help you with that. She's on the approved list. And then also the HUD 184,
Yes.
which is the Native American loan. Heather can help you with that. Actually, she can help you with any of them,
Yeah.
but she is on the pre-approved list. So
Yes.
I love that.
Yes, I do
Okay.
too. We're so excited.
Yes. So how long have you been in the mortgage industry?
Oh goodness, don't make me.
You were 12 when you started. So
I was 5 when I started.
Oh, 5.
So I've been in the business, I guess, probably about as long as you, 30 plus years. So
Okay,
it's
okay.
been a while.
Yes.
It's been a
Yeah.
while.
But that is where you know what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? You've seen all of the changes in the market and you've had to learn it because
Yes.
otherwise you don't stay in this industry.
Right.
If you don't stay up on what all the changes
Right.
are. Yeah.
And, I mean, I think everybody understands that lending has changed so much in the last several years that we're excited that, of course, we're over in this area, that we've already been able to help some people that didn't realize that they could still purchase.
Yes.
So I'm excited to be on your podcast and visit with you guys about some of that today too.
And here's one of the reasons that two major reasons that we brought Heather in, besides we just love her personality and you were such a great fit for us. But we actually had a client that kept getting denied every time they would submit a loan because their closing costs were so significant. And when we sent them over to Heather, Heather was able to bring those closing costs down significantly. So that was awesome. And then right after that, we had a client that was over, like they were about 6.3 on an interest rate, and you quoted them 5.5, and we lost our minds. We were like,
Yeah.
And of course, every situation is different.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's something that we kind of pride ourselves in at ProMortgage. We are aggressive on every front, on the credit repair people, on the product type and things like that. But rate and fee is probably one of the biggest things that we really do pride ourselves in. Our rates are typically about a half to a full point better than most lenders out there. And then we have no lender fees, so we don't have, I know what the realtors say behind our back, junk fees. We have no processing fee, we have no underwriting fees, and so those fees, they add up, and it's either the seller's going to pay them or the buyer's going to pay them.
Yeah. And it's significant. I mean, just being really conservative, that's $2,000 to $4,000.
Can be up into the thousands, for sure.
Absolutely. So you skip those fees, guys. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of your loans, because you have so many products. Which are kind of the ones that most people may not know about, or that you guys have got some good programs going right now?
Yeah. So we have a ton of aggressive programs. So but some of the main ones that I think we'll probably utilize in this area a lot, you mentioned earlier the HUD 184 program,
Yes.
which is for Native Americans. Partnering with Cherokee Nation on those is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
They have so much money to help buyers get into properties right now that we're so excited about that. And a ton of other Native American programs around this area too. But HUD 184 is a great product for borrowers that may have some credit issues. We can go all the way down to about a 580 to 600 credit score on those.
Okay.
which is good.
I need everybody to rewind. Okay, so if you've been denied because you didn't have a 620 credit score, because that's kind of, or 640.
Most companies right now, I think, are right at that 620, 640.
Okay, and you've been denied because you're just under that, then you guys need to reach out because Heather can help you, and that's not at a substantially higher interest rate.
No. So even the lower credit score borrowers with our with our ratio, or excuse me, with our rates that we visited about earlier, most of the time our rate, even on a borrower that has some bruised credit and low, we call it
I like
bruised,
that.
lower credit scores, our rate typically will be better than what they could get in their local market.
That is
Just because we
amazing.
start with a lower rate, so if it's increased, it's typically right around what your local lenders are offering.
Oh my gosh, guys, I love that. So, which is why we've
Yeah.
why we've gotten so excited about this.
Absolutely,
Yes, yes.
absolutely.
And so we understand that the Native American, if you are a tribal member, reach out. Heather can help you with that. But also, I think there's the service part of it. I've been so impressed with when I tell a client here's some local options, and they pick Heather and they give Heather a call, and then within a couple of hours they're calling me back going, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, and it's not a week, we'll get back with you in a week.
Yeah,
That's
no.
crazy.
At our office, and my girls don't always like Heather in the office because I probably say this 50 times a day, speed to action. It's super, super important for me and my team to make sure that the customers get a yes or a no or a maybe. I shouldn't say no because we never say no. We just say you're not quite ready, and we'll give them the tools that they need to get approved. So, but speed to action is super, super important to us.
Okay. And so so we're making sure everyone knows, you can help everyone pretty much, but you
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
VA loans.
Yes, VA, FHA, HUD 184, conventional, what do we leave out?
Rural development.
Rural development,
Yeah,
USDA.
that's a big one in our market.
Absolutely.
And that one is super important right now because as the market is shifting, if you have been trying to purchase a home, but you're needing the seller to pay your closing costs, if those closing costs are exceeding $8,000 or even $7,000, you really need to reach out to Heather because what we're seeing with your closing costs are so significantly less that we're getting the deals to stick because
Yes.
sellers are like, okay, well, that's a reasonable number.
Yeah. When we first met, I think you and several of your team members
Yes.
said, quit telling people that the seller will help with closing costs because they won't, and we kind of dove into that a little bit and realized that our closing costs most of the time aren't going to exceed 5,500 to 5,900. Whereas what you're seeing in your market is usually right around 8,000 or 9,000, and so I could see where a seller would not be happy with that.
Absolutely.
But within reason, most sellers you can convince that to get this deal done.
Yeah.
To
Or
to
even the
win that
splitting
5,000.
of it
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
now we're not talking $10,000. We're talking minimal, so
Right.
that's huge.
Right.
Also, you have some rehab loans.
We do.
Yeah.
Which in this market.
And we have some rehab houses.
Yeah.
So.
Well, give me a call then, because we'll help you out. So that rehab loan, we call them hurt birds at the office. I don't know where we came up with that, but
And what do you call it?
Hurt bird. If you've got a property that's a hurt bird,
Okay.
which means it needs some repairs, it needs some TLC.
Yes.
We have several programs. We've got a conventional program, and then we have a government FHA option, where we'll go in after we close the loan and give them up to, in most cases, $30,000 to make repairs to get them to go FHA or conventional or whatever product they're going through on.
And see, I love that because those of you who have identified a home and you need it in a certain school district or, grandma lives down the street, but the house has been not taken care of or not loved, but it's got good bones. But maybe flooring is shot, maybe it needs a new central heat and air and a new roof. You can do the paint later, but Heather can help you get those big ticket items in there. So that's
Absolutely.
a game changer,
Yeah.
So I love that. Yay. Yeah. Okay. And so what do you think has been one of the biggest challenges for your clients in the last year or two?
I'm sure the same as what you're, because we share the same clients. What we see is just almost the not lack of education that they're receiving right now. What they are seeing in the social media and things like that is that you have to have a ton of money down. You have to have perfect credit.
Not true.
I mean, you have to. They put all these parameters out there, and you're just not going to fit in that box. We've never changed what programs we had even through the pandemic. So most companies did, but we've always still been able to offer, we have an FHA program that goes all the way down to a 530 credit score. We offered that through the pandemic. We never quit doing USDA loans or conventional loans with 3.5% or 3% to 5% down. We never eliminated those programs. So probably the biggest thing that I see that customers need right now: help with closing cost, move-in money, credit. Those are the same challenges that we see all the time.
Yeah, doesn't change,
It
does it?
doesn't change whether you're in a pandemic, out of a pandemic, great economy, poor economy. Those are always the challenges that we see. And again, that's what we think that we really, really excel at,
Yeah,
is making sure that we
when
can
you're
get
good
those
at it,
customers
then,
in. Yeah.
then it happens. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
but you have an app. Do you want to talk a little bit
We
about the
do,
app?
and I
Okay.
love that app, and I think your agents love that app
Yes,
too.
they do. They do.
So it's a super simple app. The borrower can download the app. You can share it with them. I can share it with them. And it just centralizes everything in there. The borrower can apply within 5 minutes. There's a series of questions. It completes the loan application for them.
5 minutes, guys.
Yeah, 5 minutes. And then that app actually also creates almost like a scanner with their phone. If they need to send me pay stubs or driver's license and things like that, they take a picture of that and they literally touch a button on that screen and it uploads it to our system as a PDF. So it just simplifies everything.
I love that
I do
because
too.
so often you get the documents together and you're going to drive them to the real estate office, and we're happy to do it, but then you forget to stop because the car keeps going and you
Yes.
go right to work, and then we're calling you in the afternoon. Well, can you come at lunch? No, I've got a meeting. Can you come after? Well, the kids have got a ball game.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to connect to get those documents, and you have really solved one of those problems.
Yeah, it's a huge. Well, and I'm sure you've heard this too. We're not perfect.
Sure.
And so when a ton of documents come in from every source, whether they text it or they email it or they drop it off, it's hard when it's not all in one section, because I'm sure you've heard people say, well, I've given that to them 3 times.
Yes. Yeah.
And now if it's
From every lender, not just
exactly. And so now that we've centralized everything, like if they email it, the girls just click and drop it into that folder. We can go back through. Everybody in the team can see what's been sent, what hasn't been sent. Gives you real-time updates. It gives the customer real-time updates. So that app is a game changer for sure.
Well, it's one of those things that I find that clients are so busy, like this is our job, so we're doing it in the middle of the day.
Right.
But they're at their job, so they can afford to buy the house.
Right.
And so it may be 8:30 or 9 at night before they get to go and decompress and go, where am I at in that process?
Yeah,
and if it's
absolutely.
after 9, I'm not going to respond, but they can click on the app and get that information and truly know where they're at in the process. If there's a document missing, if their appraisal has been ordered, all of that. So
Yes.
it's almost like a real time, feedback.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, the clients are loving it. You're going to love it, guys.
Yes.
So, okay. So you've been doing this for a really, really long time, but what do you do when you're not giving out loans to everyone? You're like the Oprah of
goodness.
lenders, aren't you? You get a loan.
Everybody gets a loan. I love what I do, and so I'm probably a lot like you. I work 7 days a week a lot of times.
Yeah.
But when I'm not, I tease everybody because I get that question a lot. Like,
Yeah.
what's your hobbies? I'm married to a man that has so many different interests that I guess my husband is my hobby. I never
Keeping up
know.
with your husband's
Yeah, I'm
hobbies.
like, yeah, I always ask him, I'm like, what are you going to do when you grow up, honey? Because one day we're at a racetrack because he's racing a car, or he's got PBR bucking bulls, and so we're
Oh
the
my
PBR or something
gosh.
like that. So really, we just have fun. Whatever the day takes us, we're going to go and have fun every day doing it.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah.
And so do you have any pets, children, grandchildren?
Okay,
Where are you
that's a
at?
sore subject. That's a
Uh-oh,
sore
uh-oh.
subject with the
Edit,
children.
no.
So I have a French bulldog. I've been sharing the pictures with your
Oh,
with your team, and
yes.
so I tease my kids all the time. We've got 5 children, by the way, and I tease them all the time. Had I gotten this dog before we had children, you guys would not be here. So they
they're
all
a little
know
jealous. So
exactly.
really you have six,
I have
right?
6
Okay.
because Lola's the youngest. And
Lola.
yeah, and she rules everybody. She's if she has to go be babysat by one of the kids, then I make sure they send me real time
I love
updates that
Oh my gosh. Is
proof of
she, we
life.
need to put her photo on the app.
Oh my goodness, right? I tell you, my husband says that since he's been putting her on his Facebook and Instagram feed, he's got more followers. So it
It's
might
the
work,
truth.
guys. It
It's
might
the
work.
truth. Go with it. We'll add that to your business card and it'll blow
Exactly.
up. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm a dog grandparent. I get the connection, and everyone on my team pretty much has dogs. So
Yes.
I bet they were giving you a hard time about that. But shout out to Lola. We love that.
Yes.
So, okay. And so we also like to ask our guests while they're here, if money was no object and you could build your dream home, what 3 things would that dream home have to have?
Oh, good question. I love where I live. We built 15 or 20 years ago, but now it needs to be updated. Um, it would probably need to be on land. I
Okay.
don't want a ton of neighbors.
Okay.
Um,
So are you like 5 acres, 15, 50, 500?
the more acres, the better.
Okay,
But we
okay,
currently
gotcha.
live on about 100 acres
Okay.
out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
That way Lola can
Yeah.
just run around like a crazy woman that she is. Acreage, probably like everybody else, open floor plan, great natural light. Was that 3?
Yeah,
I'm trying to
that's
think.
great.
Yeah,
So
that's
nothing
3.
crazy then.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Okay.
I'm
I gotta get with you guys. We need elevators and
Yeah.
there's a car because I go to some of the conventions in like San Diego or whatever, and sometimes we'll tour some of their listings, and there's it's not an elevator, but you park the car on it, and so you pull into your garage, park your car on it, and when you get ready to pull out, it spins around so you don't have to back out. You just drive back. And I'm like,
Okay.
I'm thinking that might go in my next dream.
Exactly. I might need that because don't ever speak to my husband because he might
Uh-oh.
not tell you the truth about my driving ability. But in all truth, it's bad. So backing up's not my friend, so that might be perfect. I wonder if I could tuck that away in my
Add
purse
that to
and
the
take
list.
it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And then we also like to ask, because you are local, Green Country, river or lake? What's your
I would say lake.
lake?
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, if those are the 2 waters I have to pick, but I'm in our Florida office a lot too, and so the ocean. The
yeah.
water, anything water though, honestly, water's my happy place.
Oh,
So
gotcha. I'm
Yeah.
the same way. So then, okay, so that brings it, because I was kind of wrapping up, but what states can you help people with? Because I know at least one person in every
Can I
state.
screen edit again?
Yes,
Because
yes.
I'm gonna probably muff this one up. We're in 11 or 12 states, and we've got 6 more on the horizon. So of course Oklahoma is our biggest market area right now. Florida's our next, and then Arkansas, Kansas, Texas,
Okay, so the border
Tennessee.
states, we're good there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Tennessee, Georgia, Mississippi,
Oh,
and the other ones you'll have to call me.
okay. Fair enough. Well, that's the Southerns. Those are the important states.
Absolutely. Oklahoma is the main one.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I love that. Well, we're super excited that you came out. We're going to
Yes.
put your information below so people will be able to reach out. Now, tell me about the app. Can they, even if they're not quite ready to use it, is that something they could go ahead and download and just kind of check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that app has a great mortgage calculator on it as
Oh,
well.
okay,
And so if they
okay.
want to download it and they don't want to do the app just yet, certainly they can do that.
Okay.
But I'm a lender at heart, so you'll have to forgive me. I think that there's never too early to apply.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
Just because that gives us time, like if you're thinking you're gonna purchase in the summer, or you're gonna do it next summer, or 3 years or 5 years from now, it's always good to go ahead and get the application in. We soft pull credit, so it's not gonna affect your credit scores.
Okay.
But then we can just kind of give you some guidance on, okay, if this is what you want to do, then let's do this, this, and this to get you in the best position. Or it may just be you're perfect. Let's, when you're ready,
When
we're
you're
ready.
Yeah.
But that is one main thing that we probably do need to point out. A lot of companies don't soft pull. We soft pull until until there is a contract,
Oh.
and that way there's no way an inquiry shows up. There's no way it could affect your credit scores.
Okay, and we get that a lot. Buyers are like, well, I'm not ready to have my credit score pulled yet. So you could still help them with that.
Yes.
Okay.
And that soft pull actually does generate credit scores as well. So it gives us everything. It just doesn't show as an inquiry on your credit
That's
report.
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a few of us out there like me that the app is lovely, but I have to confess I still haven't opened it.
I know.
The team loves
It
the
tells
team
me.
loves it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the team loves it. But here's what happens is she still picks up the phone and has a conversation. Yay.
Yes.
So if you really just don't want to do the app and you want to have a conversation with someone, that is still available, and I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if I'm being completely honest, I prefer to
Oh,
talk to
good.
the
So
customer
that's me
and
too.
do it over the phone anyway. But technology, most of our
Yes.
customers, and you're talking old to the youngest,
Yes.
they love technology, and
Yeah.
and I love technology, but I still love that people to people.
Absolutely,
too, so.
absolutely. I like to just start with a conversation and
Yeah.
then transition into, but everybody's different, and that's the great thing is Heather's with ProMortgage has pretty much every option that they could want. Whatever, if you want to just do total tech, that works too.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. Okay. Well, thank you so much. We're so excited that you came out
Yes.
today. And
Thanks
we're
for
going
having me.
to put your info below. We'll even put some info about the app. We can do that, right, Jill? Yeah. She's like, we can do anything. And
Jill's clearly our tech person
yeah,
in the room right now.
definitely not me. So for sure. And so as always, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Heather. Her information will be below. And then always please like, follow, and share. And if you would like to be a guest on our next podcast, or you know someone who would be great at being a guest, please reach out and let us know. And thank you for watching today's episode on How to Real Estate.